Oh, holy shit, I finally got back to doing these again. Oh, yeah, sorry it's been so long since I've done an inconsistent bookworm. I've been wanting to get back to these for a while because, one, I've actually finished Daughter of Smoke and Bone for a while. I will get to the actual review of that here in a little bit. In fact, I've actually already started another book. Those who are wondering, I am reading The Familiar, Volume 2, Into the Woods, I think is what it's called. Yeah, by Mark Z. Danielewski. I'll just put that as the review so far into The Familiar Volume 2, because just to let y'all know, I'm like 200 pages in, and I'm still not halfway through the damn book. Yeah. It's a little thick. So instead, I'm going to talk about the mangas I read. I actually have 1, 2, 3, I think 4 I need to get to. No, I only got 3. And, of course, I had to start off with one of the best ones. Sorry to cover up Megan's face. There we go. My Hero Academia.
That's okay. I'm like very little to contribute, actually.
Or chickens to contribute.
I was about to say actually contribute.
You can contribute contribute your beautiful face.
See why I keep him around? He's good for the ego.
Yeah, I have heard nothing but fantastic things about this. It sounds like something for me. I mean, even Megan was like, whenever I kind of let her read the back of it.
Maybe I'll get back to you.
Which, those who are wondering, it is exactly what it sounds like. It is about a hero academy. Those who are enrolled into this are people who have quirks, as they call it. They all, because pretty much 80% of the population, I think it's 80% is what they said. Yeah, 80% of the population, roughly that amount, has a quirk. 20% do not. And ends up, we're actually follow this little goofy guy that you saw in the front. His name is Zuko. I cannot pronounce that last name, but not ask me to pronounce his last name. It's some Japanese and I'm stupid and I'm American. As evident. Yeah, the whole story, in fact, from all of these that I've read, or that I'm going to read, revolve around Zuko and him going to the Hero Academy. And that's to become, a superhero, in all essence. And you learn really, and one of the best things early on about this character is he looks very doe-eyed and very kind of obvious, Japanese, but he feels grounded in a way that's so refreshing, because here's the one thing: he does not have a quirk. He has no superpower whatsoever. He does not have any abilities, but he's just a good guy. He wants to do right. Megan, from how I kind of described it to her, it's like it's pretty much an academy where people learn to use their superpowers and everything. She said it sounded to her like Sky High.
I was gonna say, it sounds like this Disney movie Sky High, which actually was on last night.
I've never actually seen Sky High. It's just one of those movies I just missed.
I have it. You ever want to see it?
Yeah, I'm drunk enough, maybe.
Yeah, basically this kid, has not one but 2 superhero parents, played by Kurt Russell and Kelly Preston, except he himself has no powers. Mm-hmm. Actually, when I first saw it, it reminded me of this one Disney Channel movie that a lot of people have forgotten about. I can't even remember what the name of it is, but this kid, like, his parents are superheroes, his grandfather, played by Sherman Hemsley, is a superhero, his older brother is a superhero, even his little sister has got superpowers, and he himself, like, has no powers whatsoever. But, yeah, this guy, he's sent to this high school for people with powers, and it's like, basically he doesn't have any powers, though he does eventually, like,
develop them.
Yeah.
And they kind of ruined that in the trailers. I do remember that part, like, he gives Kurt Russell a hug and goes, "You are strong!"
Yeah, because he, like, tears up the cafeteria, like, fighting with this bully. And, like, his parents are both like, I'm very disappointed in you, man, kind of thing. And then Kurt Russell takes him, like, down to this, like, inner sanctum. And it's like, oh my god, you have powers! Like, you're... It's like, so excited. It's like, okay, if your mom asks, I grudge you the right act. And it's like, I took away your Xbox. Like, but I don't have an Xbox. You do now. It's like him as a dad, I swear.
Yeah, this has somewhat similar beats in the same way. Izuku has no powers, but he simply wants to do good. And he actually wants to go to the Superhero Academy so that way he can learn how to be maybe a superhero without powers. Batman, in a way, if you want to think about it. Which is noble. It's actually really, really noble, and it's very selfless. 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 Ah. Charlie's lisp is something special. Hey, broke Megan. I think she's gone now, folks. You afraid your boobs are gonna run away or something?
I'm trying to breathe. I don't know why. That was so funny.
My tongue just coming out and slapping me in the face for a few minutes. She's done, folks. I think she's gone. You good now?
No.
Just need to have her lower down and then let her come back up whenever she's good. But yeah.
I think I got it out of control now.
About Izuku. He, like I said, he's just kind of a down on his luck kid because he wants to actually go to the Superhero Academy, not just to, go to the academy because it's a prestigious academy, but also because he wants to help people. Which is cool. He ends up running across this one hero. His name is All Might. Yeah, that's his name. They all have these, ridiculous, stupid names, and I'm pretty sure they were chosen by Japanese people for their English. No, it's I'm pretty sure it translates exactly how they wanted it to. All Might, as you can see from the cover here, is actually that big dude, who we learn is actually a feeble little guy, because he's in all essence, he's dying. He's really injured. So he figures out that if Izuku trains, he can give him his power. And All Might is pretty much, he's super strong, super indestructible almost. He can run really fast. Not like Speed Flash or anything like that, but he can also jump really far. Can't quite fly, but obviously Hulk in ways if you want to think about it. And the kid's actually really looking forward to it. And just hijinks ensue from him getting these powers eventually, because he doesn't really know how to control them. They almost kill him a lot of times. But he's able to start learning how to use them a little bit by the end of the book, which is actually a really good moment. And that's the thing. This book, it's you feel so much for Izuku. You actually really care about him as a character. And you can still laugh at him being kind of dumb. Or get his ass kicked by stupid things. Or something bad happening to him that wasn't super bad. But it was that was funny. Watching him falling from a skyscraper. It's kind of surprising. This book should be really by the numbers, but they decide to... One, this isn't treated like most very Japanese mangas. I don't mind that, but I do admit that it's not as for everybody as it should be. This doesn't feel as Japanese as many other things are. Death Note is very Japanese. Inuyasha, very Japanese. This feels a lot more Western. There are some obvious Western influences here and there. Not in terms of good, bad, and the ugly, but... us, dumb Americans. And because of that, you have actually enjoyable superheroes. You have some of that, what you would expect from, let's say, a Mystery Man. If y'all remember, what was his name? Captain Awesome or something? The main hero guy who really... Mystery Man was weird. Some people would have powers, some people just gave themselves powers or something. It was odd.
Never really seen that. I saw you turn on at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's I saw that part.
It's Captain Amazing or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, pretty much you have some superheroes that are just pretty much walking advertisements. Hell, even the back, you get this half almost looking like a half-naked chick. Her name is Mount Lady or something like that. They say it like right at the beginning. Yeah, Mountain Lady. Or MT Lady. Okay, it's a weird name to choose. But again, like All Might, who's actually this really famous superhero in their universe, it's endearing. A lot of it is just really kind of, it's like, oh, that's actually cool. It makes you wish you were almost in this world, which is something. And again, it doesn't feel too foreign, which is a thing that I know is some people may hate. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I may like, a Sayuki. I may like an Inuyasha. I may like all these other very obviously Japanese things. That doesn't mean I always get everything or get all their jokes. Like, there's some jokes that just go way over my head. I would like to introduce this beautiful woman to more mangas, but she wants to be introduced through more Americanized ones or more Western ones, simply because they are very hard to get into because they're just so foreign. I mean, it'd be like, oh, I'm going to introduce you to films. I'm going to show you Seven Samurais. It may be a beautiful movie, and the person may be like, oh, this is pretty, but I don't get this. Because there's a lot of very, very Japanese things about it. Sorry, folks, you just got to admit that. And this book helps. I think it has just the right amount of Japanese that it feels like a good manga. But it has a lot of those Western influences that make it easily pickable and readable by anybody. Like, anybody who likes comic books would love this. So Drew might want to introduce this to her as her first manga, if she would have it. But yeah, I have to say, this is a fantastic manga. I have volume 2 already. I'm going to collect them all. In fact, if I show you all my little stack of red mangas, it's a growing
like
pile.
nearly halfway to the ceiling.
I mean, still got about 3 more books
to
till this
there, but
yeah, it's a growing stack. I need to get a better display for it and everything.
I need an actual shelf.
I would love shelves for it. I'd kill for shelves. But yeah, those who were ever curious about My Hero Academia, pick it up. It's got great humor. It's got actually really good action. And the artwork is actually really damn good. It's not like Sayabusa, where Sayabusa's got a fantastic story, fantastic characters, but sometimes really, really weird and hard to follow artwork. No. Everything in here is damn well done. And if you're worried about it because you're like, oh no, this is also a great starting manga for anybody who wants to get into manga. If you're one, or if you have a friend, you're like, how can I get them into mangas? Well, who doesn't like superheroes? There you go. And it's as enjoyable as you would expect. So, are you at least interested in it?
Yeah, I'm going to get back to you.
See, at least I got that from her. So.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, hey, maybe is far better than, hey, you want to read this thing that's very Japanese? It's like, no, God, kill with fire. No, don't kill with fire. So yeah, My Hero Academia. Top recommendations. Fantastic manga. Everybody should read it. It's one of the best out there. Well worth $10, or I think at the time I paid less than that. I won't say it was on sale and I got it for $6. So, hell, that was a kill. Mine. So yeah, hopefully I can get more of these out sooner. I have a few more. I'm gonna probably do them by myself because, as y'all can see, one of them's Sayuki, and I know if I get into Sayuki, Megan's head's gonna explode, and I don't need to clean that up again. And the other one is one I've been looking forward to: Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt. I'm not even gonna try and get her into Mobile Suit Gundam right now. That's not a good starting off point. Is this? So, until then, everybody, I'll see y'all next time, and hopefully it won't take 4 years. So, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.